What's up, people? It's Spanky, and this is going to be my little tip video on how to use the Stinger for the engineer class. I haven't been playing engineer very long, and subsequently using the Stinger even less, but I found a little tip that seems to work most of the time. I'm not going to guarantee it works all the time. I'll even show you a couple clips where it doesn't work, but I'm giving myself a little intro space here to talk about it. Kind of defending D, and booyah! Yeah, I just started using the SCAR, I really like it. Here's me being a good little engineer and picking up the anti-tank mines. Anyway, so my tip is, there was another YouTube user who said to, lock on, fire the missile, and they're going to deploy flares, but you'll be able to fire another missile before they can get their flares back. I say, why waste the flares? Just hold the lock on. They'll deploy their flares, and then you just continue to lock on again and fire as soon as you get the second lock on. You'll see right here, should be coming up here in a second, that, this was one of the first times I tested it. So there go the flares. I lost the lock on. I mean, I never had it. But it's like that. If I had gotten the lock on there, so you disabled and destroyed. It must have crashed or something. But he wouldn't have been able to get his flares back in time or whatever. But let's go to an example where I do lock on twice. So here's two successful missile launches back to back. This guy, I'm literally like half a second away from getting the lock, and he deploys his flares. So this one was an easy one, but the reasoning still stands that if I had gotten the lock and he deployed his flares right away, he still wouldn't have had a chance. I still would have gotten him. So I stand around and I'm waiting for his jet to come back down and finish it off, but he must have bailed because it's just kind of fallen. And I see his friend coming in, and he goes behind this rock right after I get the lock on. And it wasn't until after, it wasn't until I came into this Sony Vegas that I see he actually deployed flares behind the rock. So he's got no chance, and I hit him with the disable, and he's circling back around, and I'm waiting for him to deploy his flares right now. I'm like, come on, deploy him. And of course, as soon as I fire, he deploys them. But yeah, I'm going to zoom in, slow down, and you'll see the flare trails coming out on the left side in the middle. So, he didn't know where I was. He didn't know he actually did have cover. Reasoning still stands that, don't fire until they deploy their flares. So here's the downside to it. This one was really frustrating. I get the lock on really easily. He's completely out in the open. I've got, covered. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And this mortar goes off and scares me, so I fire the rocket, and he deploys his flares right then. I do end up dying here. I run to cover, but it's of no use. This one doesn't really demonstrate the tip. It just kind of, I thought it was cool. So that guy's out of range, but I see the helicopter coming in. He gets hit once, and a head-on Stinger, so he's going down. So I just thought that was cool. And as I say in my outro, you can watch their pilots bail. So like I said, it's not going to work every time, but it's going to save you a missile instead of firing at the obvious flare that's going to get deployed. The risk is you do have to wait a little longer and try and hold that lock, but it'll save you a rocket. It'll really upset them because they're going to have deployed flares, and it doesn't mean anything other than you just have to wait another 5 seconds for another lock on. But I think it'll be good. Just a good practice if you have the time to wait it out and keep that lock on. It definitely works on big maps like this where there's not a lot of cover for air support. But I hope this tip helps you guys out, and hope to see you in the next video. Peace.